What's up everybody, and welcome to the Leading Edge Detailing Training Academy. I am super excited because today marks our first tutorial on detailing. We have covered all the business things that you need to understand before you do your detailing business, and now we're ready to get onto the tools. The first thing with detailing and your first lesson is to come up with a plan on how you're going to detail a car, and behind me is the car we're going to be working on for the rest of these tutorials, or I would say most of the tutorials, as it's going to throw everything at me that you can imagine. Let's have a look at this car. I haven't touched it yet. Roy dropped it off, put it in my garage, and I haven't started it since. So let's run through the car, what we can see, and make a detailing plan together. Here is the beast. To those of you who are not in Australia, this is the equivalent of a Ford Mustang GT. So this is a Ford GT Falcon. It is a one-owner car. It is manual. Roy has owned it since new, and I have actually detailed this car about 7 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 8. It is completely original other than these wheels. He does have the standard wheels at home, and he wants to basically pack this thing away and put it in a storage. So he's dropped it off and said to me to go ahead and do everything on it. So a great way for you to start to learn how to detail is to actually go through the real thing with me. And just like in every car that I get, I do my walk around and I try to figure out a plan on how we're going to approach this job. So let's have a look. The first thing that you notice is the car is very, very dirty. There are cobwebs everywhere. There are leaves. It looks like a barn find. This thing is going to be a big, big job. Just look at all these things that we're going to have to address. So off the bat, you know you're going to be dealing with a tough job. I don't know if the camera can show you this, but look at that. It's full of leaves. You also have, you can see that the rubbers are cracking. You could see that the paint on the roof is faded. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. We can see a dent on the roof. So walk around and take note of every single thing you can see. We are going to be talking in depth in a future tutorial with this car, of course, about the paint defects. So we're not going to be going around and addressing the paint defects straight away, but do pay attention to everything. So walk around and have a look. So we know that this car on the outside is incredibly dirty. We know we're going to need to wash it and give it a good clean. We could see that it has a lot of plastics that are starting to fade. It has fading paint on the roof. It is going to be a fragile car. We don't want to damage it more. So walk around, make a plan. I can see straight away, I don't know if you can see the paint on the hood if you're in America. I don't know if you can see this, is really badly damaged. So this is going to give us a challenge. Let's see if I can open up this engine bay with one hand. Here, at least it's got struts. So the engine, big Ford engine. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. So engine bay comparatively is not that bad, but we do have a lot of leaves. And let's have a look on the inside. Hopefully it's a little bit better. That's a good sign. Oh God, look at that. We have mold. Jeez. There you go. I wasn't even expecting that or planning on dealing with mold. But we have mold. So there you go. We're going to be learning on how to deal with mold and spiders apparently. Come on, focus. You have a spider in here. So we have mold. Lots of mold. This is really bad. So I'm going to stop this video and we're going to talk about how I'm going to approach this car safely without getting sick, now that we know it's got mold inside it, and what the plan is. Okay, that was quite a disgusting experience. I was not expecting mold at all in the car, which just proves to you that when you do a job, be prepared for everything. It's going to be a great lesson for you on how we're going to address this car. We're going to need to bring it back to a showroom finish as much as possible. And we need to actually do it in a safe way where I'm not going to get sick, you're not going to get sick, but I need to make sure I'm not going to get sick, because that's a lot of mold in there that is very bad for your health. So let's talk about how I'm going to approach this. And today is Saturday. I'm going to be starting on it on Monday. So I have a couple of days up my sleeve to come up with a plan. Let's come up with a plan together. So as you could see, the inside is very bad. I'm not willing to jump in there to drive it down to wash it and put it back up. So I'm going to be detailing the inside first. Because it has mold, I'm going to be using a mask. I'm going to be using IGL Pure disinfectant. I'm going to be focusing on protecting myself and killing that mold first. So I'm starting in 2 days' time. I'm going to be spraying a disinfectant in there. I'm going to be using the ozone machine as well. So I might dump that in there for a few hours now, just as a bit of a precaution as well. Interior first, I'm going to be cleaning it very thoroughly. I'm going to be disinfecting it. Once I'm comfortable that the inside is done, I'm going to be driving it out. I'm going to be giving it a really good wash and decontamination, put it inside and start dealing with the paint. And I know that the paint is going to be very challenging, and there's going to be some parts of the paint that I can't fix because there is rust in there, and then there is paint fade, and then there is some serious etching on the bonnet. So we'll go through those things in their own separate, modules for training. But this is why it's very important for you to come up with a game plan. Because if you jump into that car now and say, yeah, I'm going to start the outside first, let's wash it, you're going to get sick. And I have been in hospital 2 or 3 times from detailing. Once upon a time, they thought I had Legionnaires because of a car that I detailed. Very, very serious when it comes to health. I'm going to be washing my hands thoroughly now that I've opened it up, and I'm going to be keeping my kids away from this car. This is the detailing plan. For every car you do, whether it's hard or easy, think about your environment, think about the car that you're dealing with, and then think about the job at hand. And you know what as well? Consider the timeline that you have. I told him that this car is going to take as long as it needs to take. I'm not under any time pressure, but for you, if the customer's paying you for paint correction, don't go and spend half your day vacuuming it because it's dirty on the inside. You need to do the job that the customer's paying you first. That's the purpose of the detailing plan, so you work efficiently, and that's how I'm going to be approaching it. Interior disinfection first, interior cleaning second, outside wash and decontamination third, including cleaning all the door jambs and the engine bay. Then we're going to be doing paint correction. Then after that, we're going to be talking to the customer and seeing if he wants any ceramic coatings. As part of the interior, I'm going to be dressing it and conditioning it because the process of the disinfection is probably going to dry up the leather and dry up the plastic. And realistically, if it's that bad on the inside already, it's very much due for a refresh in terms of dressing and conditioning, especially the leather. So that's my process. This is my video for you. I'm going to leave it unedited, and I'm going to be now going inside and telling my wife my miserable car that I'm going to have to be dealing with. So thank you, Roy, for dropping it off, and thank you for watching, and I'm excited to see if we can turn this car around.